Hello, in this segment I'd like to talk to you about a very important element in your training, and that's the element of hydration. This is one of the most overlooked yet one of the most important things that an individual can do. And I'm going to share with you a formula that we've been using for years that's worked famously, not only for our athletes but for everybody in general. And the question's often been asked, Doc, how much should I drink and what's the right amount? Well, this is the formula that you're going to want to be using. You just simply take your body weight, you divide it by 2, and that number is the amount of ounces that you want to start with. So we'll just say hypothetically that you weigh 120 pounds. You divide that by 2, you come up with the number 60. 60 is the amount of ounces of water you want to be drinking each and every day. Now listen, it's really important because there's a lot of information out there about these aid drinks, the Powerade, the Gatorade, and on and on and on. You never want them to become the majority of your fluid supply. You always want to make certain that the foundational supply of your fluids is water. It's water. Now, if you want to add the aid drinks later on, fine. That's your call. But please, for your health's sake, use water as the mainstay. And now understand this, if you're starting to run now, then literally by the definition, the term, you are now an athlete. You're going from a sedentary lifestyle to one that's active and engaging. And as such, remember that this formula gives you a foundation. So as an athlete, you're putting increased demands on your body. You're having increased needs regarding the fuel that you're going to need to be taking in to nourish you, the rest that you're going to be needing, the repair that the body's going to go through. So again, this formula is just simply a foundation from which you want to add. And what you'd want to do is every time you're thirsty, make sure that you satisfy that signal that your body is giving you. And I'm not suggesting that you drink 8 or 6 or 10 ounces of water at a time, but you do want to quench that thirst, and you want to just, continually sup on it or sip it throughout your day, ensuring that you get an adequate supply, because this is what's going to happen. These are the benefits here. One of the benefits of water is that it moistens the cells and it helps to transfer the nutrients from the food that you've eaten into the cell. And at the same time, keeping the cells that make up your body permeable, it also helps the cells then to flush out the toxins, the waste materials that are within the cells, and also flushing out the muscles, the soft tissues that results from you running and your training. Also, it moistens the soft tissues. It keeps the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, the connective tissues all nice and supple and moist. And this is a really important factor, especially now that you're taking your training outside, because you're going to be subjected to the sun. That will help to provide a barrier that will protect you from getting sunburnt, and also reduces the formation of wrinkles that can ensue when you're outdoors for long periods of time, which many of you will find that you are. So by drinking the water, you're going to be helping to promote a nice, soft, supple, soft tissue supply. And also, by drinking water, it aids in the recovery of the body. That means when you tear it down through exercise, it's going to be able to regenerate and repair itself through the rest times that you have. And one of the most important, most overlooked of all factors is this, that by having the proper amount of hydration in your body, it's going to reduce your potential to be injured. As a sports practitioner over 30 years, I can tell you unequivocally, in over 80-85% of all the injuries that I've dealt with, whether it's been through my professionals, my elites, collegiates, or weekend warriors, the number one element in an injury I find in over 80% of the time was that the individual did not properly or adequately hydrate. You see, when that's happening, when you have this additional demand on your body, the body is using that water to cool itself, to do these other functions that I was talking about. And if it doesn't have enough, these soft tissues that I was talking about, the connective tissues, the ligaments, the tendons, the muscles, and so on, they become secondary to the functions of the body. Therefore, the tissues become become drier, more brittle, and more apt to tear. They don't stretch, they tear. And when they do, that results in an injury over time. So if you want to offset the potential, reduce that from happening, then indeed adequately hydrate yourself. Well, I hope this information has been beneficial, and if you found it so, please, we invite you to subscribe to our website, or I should say to our YouTube station, which is Proactive Wellness. And if you do have any comments, we'd appreciate hearing those from you. And certainly, if you have any topics that you'd like to have covered in the future, please let us know, because we're here to serve you. We provide this information so that you can get out and run, and not only run, but enjoy life, ensuring that you have the best performance of your life. So once again, we thank you, and God bless.